hurry up. Ready old giggle water and quilt? You say? No boulder dash or baloney here.
Cheers, everyone, and welcome to the Unfiltered Gentleman. And now, breaking the seal all over the finer things of life, Greg, Scott, and Dan.
Seal broken.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Welcome, everybody. It's the Unfiltered Gentleman. I am Greg. That is Scott.
Yes, right here.
And that's Dan.
I am.
Dan.
I am Dan.
I am Legend.
I am Iron Dan.
Funny you should say that. I do not like green eggs and Dan.
Yeah.
Welcome into the show. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, more importantly, for telling a friend about the show. That's how we get
sorry.
Oh, yeah. What?
I stepped on his phrase.
Oh.
Said, that's right.
How dare
That's
you.
right. It's not trademarked, so.
Oh, okay.
Should be.
It should.
Yeah.
Should be. We should call Elvia.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's a lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Get that taken care of.
Trademark it.
Yeah. Thanks for telling your friends. Thanks for listening and everything. We appreciate it. That's how we get the word spread about this this good show. I say spread the good word about the show because we are the gospel.
I'm so glad to know she's a lawyer.
Yeah?
Does she specialize in DUIs?
Funny you should say that because she does.
Well, then it's good to know.
And she's going to do a segment for us on this show.
Oh, nice.
About DUIs.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Did you read ahead on the rundown or you just...
No, honestly I didn't.
Wow.
Put her on my Rolodex.
Look, there you go. Yeah, let me spread her number around. So Elvia's doing a new segment for us today about DUIs.
Cool. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's quite informative. What else do we have? We got some beer talk, of course. Dan's got another movie to talk about.
That I do.
The Tales from Uber. All kinds of good stuff. Before we get on to that, I guess I should do the burp word. This is a burp phrase or song.
She's not the guys on the 1-800 No Cuffs, is she?
No.
Okay. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
She's Selena and Barnes.
Oh.
800-888-8888.
What?
Have you never seen that commercial?
Oh, yeah.
It's a SoCal thing. Anybody from Southern California, it's accident attorneys. And the end of the commercial is like, Selena and Barnes, injury attorneys. And then their number is 800, and then the rest of them are 8s.
Really?
So the tone goes, 800-888-8888. It's
really?
Like, that will stick in your head for 8 fucking days.
Oh, yeah.
Well, fuck.
Yeah,
I
at
mean,
least,
you'll
yeah.
dial it by accident.
You get drunk.
You drunk dial them.
Yeah. So, oh God, I hate those commercials. No, if she worked for them, we'd not be talking.
Okay.
So, anyways, burp word of the week was submitted by listener Doug. Thank you, Doug, for the submission. It's a little rough, though. I think Scott can pull this off.
I think he's got it.
Yeah, I am Iron Man.
That's a challenge.
Yeah, which will sound pretty good as a burp. You know, like the beginning of the song.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. Anyway, so I am Iron Man.
Iron Man. Oh, my God.
Man. Good night, everybody.
Wow.
Well, there's no need
Kind
to
of
be
weak
here.
on the man part.
Yeah, well.
It should be like burp of the minute. Because that's how long it takes him to knock it out of the
I know.
park.
God damn. And we're over here like,
Yeah, we're like, all right.
Oh, I never got past like soup last week for Super Bowl.
Oh, that's right.
That's
Yeah,
right. I got super, but I don't think nobody heard it because I barely burped.
Yeah, it was rough. So, all right, before we move on any further, let's find out what the beer girl is drinking over on the East Coast.
What's this? A broad drinking beer? Must be a she-devil.
Hey y'all, so this week I tried a new beer called Shower Beer from Champion Brewing in Virginia. I know I do bubble bath beer reviews, but I do enjoy the time-honored tradition of a solid shower beer, so I felt like I had to try this one. So a rundown on the basics. It's cut at 4.5 ABV, and it's a Czech Pilsner, and the Bros gave it a 90 on Beer Advocate, and its Beer Advocate score is an 86. Shower beer has a light golden look. It's a pretty typical looking Pilsner. Smells floral and a little bit sour. And flavor wise, it's light, it's malty, got that bready flavor, and it hits you with a little bit of spice. I feel like Champion Brewing named this beer correctly. It's a perfect beer for the shower. When you're in the shower, you're not looking for something overly complicated with some kind of crazy palate or anything too heavy. So this is the perfect shower beer. It's got that crisp, lagery taste, but you're still aware that you're drinking a craft beer, which makes it nice. So I think my next couple shower beers will be Shower Beer by Champion Brewing. So y'all should check it out.
Nice. You know, I've heard of shower beer. I guess it makes sense that it's a Pils, nice and easy and light to put down while you're taking a
Beer
shower.
you drink in the shower?
Yeah. I mean, have you never had, not the actual, brand, but have you ever had a beer in the shower, had a shower beer?
Yeah. I thought any beer was shower beer.
Well, yeah. I mean, the cheaper and lighter, the better seem to always be the shower beers.
Wow.
But now craft breweries, there's a few different breweries that are doing shower beer. quote
Really?
unquote.
I didn't know that.
You know, honestly, I've never done that. I've done it like on vacation in like
you
a hot
do it-
tub or
you do it
something.
in Vegas
but,
in the shower.
Yeah, yeah.
Not in the shower.
Not in the shower, really?
No.
Oh,
I got enough things to worry about without falling over or something. Like
It'll help you
drinking my
stay
beer.
up, that's for sure.
I don't know. Will it?
Oh, yeah?
Well, it helps you from sobering up at least.
Oh, okay,
No,
okay.
yeah.
Which is usually my downfall once I start to sober.
Then I'll probably get shampoo in the shower beer and.
No, you don't want to do that.
I know.
It's better to have a bottle. It gets in.
okay.
It doesn't get in as easy. So, anyways, check out Beer Girl. Her blog is itsthebeergirl.blogspot.com. She's always writing about different beers that she's trying and fuller details. Also on Facebook, It's the Beer Girl, as well as Instagram and Twitter. And like she alluded to, she does do bubble bath beer reviews.
No.
So check those out.
Cool.
Maybe she'll do a shower review for shower.
Wait a
beer.
minute. She does bubble bath beer reviews?
Yes,
Right.
She does a beer review while she's in the bubble bath?
exactly.
What?
These two are
Wow.
rushing for
Good
computers.
night, everybody.
Oh, man.
Where's my computer?
My
And
mind
what was
is
that
blown.
website again?
Yeah. It's thebeergirl.blogspot.com.
Okay.
Bubble bath review. So I think she should do a shower beer review now.
I agree.
Anyway, so check her out. Give her a follow.
Just a suggestion.
Hey.
Yes. And just a suggestion to you people, the listeners. Give us something that we can use on the show, and I'll give you some coasters
Yeah, come on, guys.
and some magnets.
There you go. It's
Please give us an Uber story.
Yes.
Or else I'll tell you another one.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's either that or...
I picked a guy up and dropped him off.
Yeah.
Oh, that was exciting.
He told me I was cute.
And I said, "You're cute too." Yeah, well, we don't go. I can't say
happy ending.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Mike
You're
got,
right. How'd you know?
Oh,
And then Mike
man.
got out of the car.
Oh.
So
Please, yeah,
send
save
us,
us.
an Uber or a beer review that we'd want to know about.
Anything.
Or, hey, send us a beer.
There you
That'll,
go.
that'll
not?
more than qualify.
There's a
you.
novel idea.
Yeah. So, anyways, if we use your stuff on the show, it's that easy. We send you some craft brewery coasters as well as some very cool bottle cap magnets. So please get onto that. All right, before we talk about crotch talk and other things, let's talk about what we're drinking over here.
Grab your libations, pals. It's time for Beer of the Week.
And if you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend. And I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer.
So I brought this back a few weeks ago after my beercation to Mecca, a.k.a. San Diego.
Yeah.
This is Mike Hess Brewing Solis. It's their India Pale Ale. It is tasty.
It is good.
This, let me see.
I'm still tripping out on the can itself.
It's nicely balanced. Yeah, let's talk about the can. The can
Yeah.
is an old school pop top. I mean, this thing opens up into just a big hole,
Yep.
for lack of a better term.
It's dark in there.
It certainly is. Yeah, I didn't even know it. You know, I had this at the brewery, and then it was like, oh, this is great. I got to bring in a six-pack back for these guys. And I never opened the can until tonight. I was opening. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Didn't know I was eating lunch.
Brings back old memories.
Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't need a church key,
Yes.
which I'm sure is what you're used to.
No, of course. Me as a young kid drinking beer at the age of 7. Yes. Having used the open it the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Ripe old age of 7.
Yes.
This baby is 7.5%. It has an 86 on BA. I don't know. That feels a few points low to me.
Yeah, I agree. It's pretty good.
You know what it is? I find this to be a very balanced IPA. I've been talking a lot about balanced IPAs lately. This is why I like it so much. I like this balance they're achieving of keeping a higher IBU but not being able to tell.
Yeah.
And I think the hop heads are they kind of look down upon it because it doesn't quite kick you so hard. But it's because they did it on purpose.
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, there you go.
And the more IPAs I drink, the less balance I have.
There's that too. On what is this? RateBeer.com, it has an overall 93 and a 90 for style. I agree, closer to that.
Just pop the top, man.
Yeah.
It's just a trip.
Isn't that awesome?
Just looking at it like, I broke it.
It's weird. Just looking right down.
Oh, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, you young kids.
I remember 3.76 on
Where did I
Untapped.
pour it from?
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, so Dan, have a drink of this because I have a question for you when you do. But yeah, very balanced, very not kicky in the teeth. Scott, what do you think of this thing? Do we like?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
very
okay.
much so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm drinking it from the can because they're very unprofessional. But yeah, man, I like this.
The good thing about this can is because it's got the open mouth, like you still get the air going through, and you can still get the essence of it.
Open mouth, man. This thing is John Cena over here with a big old mouth, man.
Can't see me.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to take a swig here.
Take a swig. Let's see how we like it. Now Dan found his new favorite beer like 2 weeks ago with hop chunks.
Right. So that's kind of hard to beat.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good. It's balanced.
It is very balanced. So it doesn't have a lot of hops, like you said. So it's not, immediately, recognizable for me with the hops. But it's a good balance. I like it.
So I'll go around the room here. Start off with Scott. How many IBUs would you say this had?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh
I think
man,
it's a trick question.
Yeah.
I mean,
Give me a range.
I am Iron Man.
yes! Dan's back!
Oh my god, that was great. That was better than mine.
I was like, I had an out of body experience there.
That was like Doctor Strange.
It was. I saw myself burping.
That was pretty good.
Oh man,
I'm impressed.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Me too.
I am too.
I think Doug owes you $5 or something.
I bow to you, sir.
Oh,
Good
thank
Lord.
you.
Yeah, Larry Legend.
You are
over
a
here.
legend.
Oh
over there.
man.
All right, I'll give you a range. It's between 75 and 125.
Okay.
Oh.
He's like, oh shit, I was way off.
I was thinking of 180. I'll go right in the middle there, 100.
Okay. Dan.
Wow. Okay. Well, it tastes. Let me get another swig here.
Yeah, get another swig.
Yeah.
You can tell
Me
us
too.
What, you can tell us what it tastes like because I know now that I've asked you the question, you're gonna be like, well, it's clearly higher than I think, or lower.
Right,
than
because I got to
or
think it's like a trick question or
Right.
something. But your low mark was
75.
it tastes about a 75 or 80.
It's
But-
100
Really?
on the money.
It doesn't taste like it.
No, I mean this thing, like I was talking about, that's my whole thing for the New Year's, like these balanced IPAs. I love these IPAs that can hit you with 100 or 110 IBUs, and you sit there and drink and you go, man, that's like a 65 or a 70. Like this is not so, not so hoppy. I love that they're able to do that. That's so cool to me.
Yeah.
The science of getting the malt and the hops. We gotta get
Right.
James in here to talk about that. He would
Yeah.
know.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, last week he had the East and West Coast IPAs for us. I dig it. So I was digging this beer a lot. I think it's got great flavor. It's just a real easy to drink IPA. 7.5% is nothing to laugh at either. So if you guys are in and around San Diego or you see Solis, their Mike Hess's IPA, I do recommend checking it out.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah, I
Are
dig it.
these like just sold in the San Diego area, or
I don't know what their distribution's like. I guess I could look.
I don't remember seeing them around here.
You can
Yeah.
clearly see how much
But-
beer you have left in the can. too.
Yeah,
Right
There's
there,
no
man.
guessing.
Jesus.
Yeah, I got this from the brewery. This is fresh from the source.
No, oh, nice.
So
yeah,
I'm not sure how far they distribute. We can
yeah I
look
don't
that
remember
up.
seeing it around here.
Yeah, I'd only heard the name before I went down
Yeah.
there. I'd never actually seen
But
it
it's good,
anywhere.
man.
So yeah,
It's good.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right, a little real quick crotch talk. Yeah.
Have a grievance to share? It's time for crotch talk.
It's not even a grievance, though. It was very interesting. So I'm at Costco the other day, and they had I think it was a 24-pack. It just said 24-pack of craft beer. And then it had like an IPA and an ale and a stout. It was
It's like
very...
an El Rio liquor store market over here,
It was,
man.
it was a 24-pack of
El
Costco.
Costco.
Yeah, of Costco brand craft beer.
Really?
And So I thought, well, how funny is that? Like, it's just Costco brand, generic, stout, IPA, ale, whatever.
Right.
There's 4 different kinds. I don't remember all. The other one's probably like a Pilsner or something light, And the brewery, so I looked at the back, and they'll tell you, like, who it's brewed by. And it says brewed by Hopfen und Malz.
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, they're in San Jose. They're in San Jose, California.
Oh, yeah?
Hopfen, Hopfen, und U-N-D, Malz, M-A-L-Z. I might be
German.
Yeah, Hopfen und Malz. And I thought, I wonder who the fuck that is. I'd never heard of it before.
Right.
And my girlfriend, being smarter than me because she has a vagina, said, you should Google that because it's probably a brewery going under a doing business as, because they don't want people to know that they're selling their beer so cheap. Because it was very cheap. It was like $22 for a 24. It was under $1 beer.
Oh, wow.
And so I looked it up. It's Gordon Biersch.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, it's Gordon Biersch. I was like, oh, that's good beer. Gordon Biersch is brewing Costco's craft, quote-unquote, craft beer.
Wow.
I did not pick up a pack because I already had the beer of the week set up, but I do plan to pick up some, and we'll test it on the show to see if it's as good as regular Gordon Biersch. But
you said it was like a whole collection in there.
yeah, it's a 24-pack, 4 different kinds: IPA, ale, stout, something else.
Right on.
So if you guys are going to Costco, look for the 24-pack of Costco brand craft beer or craft brew, whatever.
Costco brand?
It's the Costco brand.
Not Kirkland, but it says Costco.
I know, right?
Maybe
Yeah,
it's a Kirkland.
Is it Kirkland?
Yeah, it's one of the
Ooh.
other
I have to look for
Kirkland or Costco,
Yeah.
but it's their brand
What a
of
trip.
and all it says is craft beer.
Because I had Kirkland. It's probably not the same thing because it was years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I went on a camping trip, and the guy brought Kirkland, and it's like, wow, this is good beer for Kirkland.
Oh,
Oh.
they have their like Bud Light equivalent also. They have like their
Well, it
craft
wasn't.
beer.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was a little over Bud Light.
That was shampoo, Scott. I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's no wonder I got a buzz. Yeah.
My breath was so floral. Yeah. The box specifically says craft beer. It's,
okay.
like Kirkland or Costco. I don't remember. Craft beer.
Oh,
It was
okay.
like very nondescript as far as that. No fancy names.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
gotta look for that
Mm.
Yeah, no kidding.
because I go to Costco every day for lunch.
Do you really?
Get the free samples.
Of course you do. Yeah. So under $1 of beer, you can't go wrong. So
Yeah.
I'll be getting that eventually.
shit. Wow.
I just, as you guys, the two of you can see, these 3 boxes, these 3 very large boxes, only have beer in them.
Wow.
They are stuffed with beer.
Really?
Yeah. So I could not justify buying another 24-pack.
Holy shit.
I should take a picture for the listeners.
Yeah. No kidding. Can I spend the night?
Yeah.
Like beer, or ingredients for beer.
Beer. Like these are beer I've ordered through. It's called Tavour, TAVOUR.com.
Oh, yeah. I see
It's all different craft beers from across
Oh,
the
really?
country.
Wow.
It's,
Wow.
I noticed there's 3 boxes. Is one for me and one for
This is our Christmas present.
Yeah.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Yeah, not quite as good as Eva's Christmas present
Of
last
course
week.
not.
Oh, man.
That was
Yeah,
great.
Yeah. But
I put my dog's eye out with one of them.
nice.
Yeah.
well,
You'll shoot your eye out.
yeah. Dog deserved it.
Of course.
Yeah, one of these days we'll crack some of these open. It's taking me a while to get through them. You know what? I'm actually, as I go through them, I'm looking. I have yet to find a good beer since we talked about it. It's funny. I drank so many stouts and darks throughout the winter, and it started to warm up a little bit recently. And even before it started warming up, I've been putting down a lot of IPAs again, as if it's fucking summertime. We were talking about, I think it was 2 weeks ago, maybe 3, warm beer and drinking warm beer.
Yes.
And I was thinking, like, I really need to find a dark beer for us to have warm. And, well, I've kind of dropped the ball and only been drinking IPAs the last few weeks. So I apologize.
Well,
But I'm still on the lookout. So I'm going to get back to these boxes because they're mostly full of dark beer and find a good dark beer for us to have warm just so you guys can see. Do warm and cold, comparisons. We can do a little beer science and you guys can see that warm beer can be good too.
okay. It's not easy, but you are forgiven. Yeah.
I do have a potential contender. I've not had it out of the can yet. I do have it in my fridge. I haven't tried it yet though. But I had it on tap, and I think this might be a good one to do. It's Modern Times Black House Nitro with vanilla and cocoa. I had it on tap, and I kind of just let it sit there for a while. I was like, oh, no, this is still pretty fucking amazing. So
Wow.
that might be a winner, or one of these might be our warm beer winner.
There you go.
We shall see. Anyways,
Pure
all right.
science.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Of course.
Very important.
It's science.
We alluded to it. It's we alluded to it earlier in the show. Our good friend Elvia, who does the fancy sports trivia segments,
Correct.
and likes to hang out with me and get me drunk and stoned, has done a nice segment about DUIs and maybe how you should compose yourself. Handle yourself.
Just the fact that she listens to this show doesn't mean that she loses her license.
You'd think so.
Yeah, I would.
You get drunk just from listening.
Yeah.
No, she's great. She's a lawyer. She handles a lot of DUI
cool.
cases. Yeah. And so she said that she would. I told her, because we were talking about it one day. This all got brought up because, I talked about it a few weeks ago that I'm on the very low carb, high fat, medium protein diet. And she was at a DUI seminar, and they told her that the breathalyzers will get false readings for people on my diet. Apparently, we produce alcohol as we burn ketones. You produce alcohol. Ketones is like when you stop burning carbs and you're only burning fat now. You produce alcohol. It's a different type of alcohol, but the breathalyzers can't distinguish the difference between alcohols, and so you'll blow a higher percentage than you really are.
Oh.
And she's like, you need to be careful. And so I started talking about it. We started going back and forth. I thought, wait, you're fucking genius about this. You should do a segment for the show.
Yes.
Because I think I and all of our listeners like to listen or like to have a few beers. And so figured it only made sense. But anyway, so yes, here it is. Here is Elvia's DUI tips. Besides, just don't drive drunk.
Yeah.
Hey there guys, it's Elvia, and for this week of the segment I'd like to talk to you guys a little bit about criminal law and specifically DUI law. I'm sure last weekend most of you guys enjoyed watching the Super Bowl and had a few beers and hopefully made it home safe with,
fuck you, Brady.
0 encounters with law enforcement. But just in case you ever find yourself in a situation with law enforcement, I wanted to provide you guys with some tips on how to handle a DUI situation. And just as a quick disclaimer, don't construe the following as the legal advice or establishing an attorney-client relationship. I just wanted to give you guys some tips. If you follow them, great.
Establish a
If
drunk
not,
relationship.
then that's on you. First and foremost, the best way to avoid a DUI is to not drive if you have been drinking. However, I recognize that most of us like to enjoy a few cold ones, especially if they're tasty recommendations by the Unfiltered Gentleman.
Yeah.
And I know some of us are responsible, but we have other people
have a disclaimer
that
too.
just simply don't care, and that's why I have a job. So in case you don't call an Uber, then you find yourself at DUI checkpoint or just a simple routine traffic stop, you need to know how to conduct yourself. There are countless reasons a police officer might stop your vehicle. Maybe you were speeding, maybe you were tired and you drifted off your lane, or maybe you were texting. I'm sure that we are all guilty of that. So since most DUIs cases begin with the cops alleging a vehicle code violation, then it's kind of already bad because you're already giving them a reasonable suspicion to pull you over, and then that kind of gives them a little bit of a chance to see if they can conduct a DUI investigation. So once they stop you, then they have to find a reasonable suspicion to conduct a DUI investigation. One of the first questions that the officer will often ask is whether you have been drinking that evening. And the answer is always no. If you admit to drinking any amount, even just one beer, this will automatically give them reasonable suspicion to detain you for a DUI investigation. If you deny drinking, then law enforcement needs to justify the detention solely based upon your demeanor and the alleged vehicle violation. Just because you are speeding doesn't mean that you are under the influence of alcohol, but they will always justify a vehicle violation by conducting a DUI investigation. So don't help them out. You do not have to admit, and you don't have to tell them that you had a drink, even if you had. So if they are able to find reasonable suspicion to do a DUI investigation, which they always will, they're going to ask you to perform what is called the field sobriety test, commonly referred as FSTs. These FSTs include tracking a stimulus with your eyes, the walk and turn, the touching your nose, the counting, the singing the ABC backwards. My advice is to never do an FST. I find them to be very subjective and are used only by law enforcement for the purpose of gaining probable cause to arrest you. So regardless of your performance, law enforcement will say that you have failed the FSTs to justify an arrest. I would politely refuse the FSTs. Next, law enforcement might ask you to blow into the preliminary alcohol screening device, or what is commonly referred as to a pass device. The results of the pass should not be used for evidentiary purposes because it's not accurate, but rest assured that law enforcement and the DA will use these results against you if the pass registers a .08 or higher. Therefore, I would, again, politely decline the pass device. But the important thing that you need to realize is that under California law, you must give a test that can be used for evidentiary purposes, either the FSTs, the breath, or we also have what is called the blood test. And you must submit to one. It is mandatory. If you refuse, you will lose your driver's license for a year. Therefore, I would request a blood test to be used for evidentiary purposes. Unless you have drugs in your system, then that's a whole different story.
Oops.
Then we would talk about that at a different segment. But I would do the blood test for two simple reasons. First, the alcohol is burning out of your system. Therefore, time it's an ally. The longer you go without taking the test, the lower your BAC might be. From the point where they stop you until they actually administer the blood test, either take you to the hospital or to the jail, it's probably about an hour and a half. So the chances of the alcohol burning out of your systems are better. The other thing that's good is that we as private attorneys can actually hire another lab and retest that blood. And in some of my cases, they have been helpful where law enforcement said that the BAC was this amount, we retested the blood, it came out to be a separate indication of the actual content of the alcohol. So in that sense, it would create a reasonable doubt, which we all know that if there's reasonable doubt, you can't be convicted. So that's basically just a little nutshell about that. Hopefully this is helpful, and remember to drink responsibly and use common sense. But I know that some of you guys won't, and that's why I still have a job. So just in case you don't forget about me, but be safe out there. All right, guys, take care.
Yes. So drink a lot. And then
yes. Now that I know she's a lawyer, I will never forget about her. Yeah, I want her number.
Yeah, no kidding. I kind of feel like she told us how to drink and drive.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, it all got brought up, like I said, because of my whole diet situation. I said, I was like, so should I be blood testing? She's like, you should always be blood testing. I told her about one time when I got pulled over, the cop asked me, like, had I been drinking? And I told him I had. And I said, yeah, I've had 2 drinks. She's like, you told him you were drinking? I was like, well, it'd been like 4 hours. And I find that if I'm honest with police, they usually are nicer to me, which has been the case. Like, I've told, like, oh, yeah, I had a drink. Like, you know, appreciate you being honest and, you know, get home safely, whatever. She's like, never, ever, you know, especially if you really are, you know, a little too much, like, never tell them you're drinking. I was like, oh, all right. So it was interesting. The other thing is, I love when she was talking about the blood test, and the reason to do a blood test is because, you know, like, it'll burn off alcohol. And she said, because time has passed. It made me think of Huell Hauser. Because whenever he's at a location and, like, he goes to the next location, just the camera cuts, he always comes back with, all right. Time has passed. Which is very much like, no shit.
Oh, man.
So all I can think about was like me in the back of a cop car saying, no, I need a blood test. And then showing up at the station. Time has passed.
Oh, Huell.
Oh, Huell. Anyway, so if you guys want, you should follow Elvia on Instagram at neverguilty187.
Oh, yeah.
Might save your driving
Not
career.
that I have ever, drink and drive.
Never.
You know, not drive or drink, whatever it is that she said. I would like to get her number.
Yeah, if Steve Sarkisian is listening.
Steve's got her number.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
So anyways, check her out. Follow her. The link to her website's on her Instagram.
I want to get numbers, Elvia.
Yeah. Whatever you just said.
Okay.
So, anyways, speaking of drinking, let's talk about the old-timey word of the week. This week it's half seas over. As in, like, water, like the ocean. Half seas over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, means shit-faced.
Half seas over.
Yeah, so if you're half seas over and you get pulled over driving, you may need to call Elvia.
Yeah, better call Elvia.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Better call Saul. No, Elia.
Yeah. Better call somebody.
You better Elvia call.
Only had a bud pack of 12 Wisers.
Dang.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Take me drunk, I'm home.
Thank you. All right. Speaking of chicks and beer babes like Elvia, let's talk about ours.
Hot damn, fellas, it's dish of the day.
Oh, this week our beer babe of the week is at Brew Girl 843. Brew Girl 843. She's a cute little blonde thing from Charleston.
What's that she's drinking right there? It's a pretty interesting can, eh?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hawkbill.
Yeah.
Hawkbill. Yeah, there's cans all right. Yeah. So anyways, check her out. Give her a follow.
Yes.
Brew Girl 843. She's a fine-looking lady with a fine taste of craft beer.
Yes.
About as classy as I could say it.
Very fine.
Yeah. If I kept going, it would have just gotten raunchy.
You're a professional.
Yeah.
That's right.
Trying to do a job over here. God. We got a little Vince McMahon-ish for a second there.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's got a puke. Kiss my ass.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Okay.
Let's before we get into that, let's news quickly.
Extra, extra, fellas. It's news for you.
Oh, so 217. Wow, 2017.
Oh, shit.
Better get Velvy on speed dial.
Uh-oh.
Leave the
I need
studio.
your number so bad.
Yeah. 2017 has some beer releases coming up, and craftbeer.com has what they think are some of the bigger ones. So here's what to be on the lookout. 2017, early to mid-December, look out for Angel of Darkness from Wicked Weed Brewing in Asheville, North Carolina.
Angel of Darkness.
Yeah, it's a fruited, barrel-aged American sour ale. What?
Road trip.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
I think that's where Beer Girl's moving, right? Asheville?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have to go visit her.
Dang.
Fundamental Observation Bottle Logic Brewing.
That's a mouthful.
Yes.
Wow.
From Anaheim,
Burp
California.
that.
Yeah, it's a bourbon. Fundamental Observation.
I could do it today, I think.
Today's your day.
Today's my day, man.
Fundamental Observation from Bottle Logic Brewing.
Oh, man.
Anaheim, California. It's a bourbon barrel-aged Imperial Vanilla Stout.
Wow.
They're talking about a midsummer 2017 release. Kentucky Brunch brand stout toppling Goliath by Goliath Brewing. Kentucky Brunch brand stout toppling. Wow, that's a mouthful too. Another barrel-aged Imperial Stout. It's going to see a 2017 release probably this month, in January. Oh, wait. February. Sorry. Wait. It's already out.
It's out.
Or should be out.
You should be looking for it.
Here's what I'm excited for, but unfortunately I won't be up north when this gets released.
Uh-oh.
Pliny the Younger.
No.
Not
Oh,
the
really?
Elder's the one you can find from time to time. Pliny the Younger. They started releasing a few days ago, February 3rd through the 16th.
Ooh.
If you're up in Northern California, get to Russian River and get yourself some Pliny the Younger.
There you go.
It's delicious.
Just some sound advice for you.
Yes. The Cut. Elephant Heart Plum Casey Brewing and Blending in Glenwood Springs, Colorado. Fruited Belgian style sour ale, 2017 release in late February or early March. It's a brand new beer. Anyway, so that's what craftbeer.com deems important to go find this year for beer releases. What else is happening? Oh, craft beer prices apparently are about to surge over in England.
What?
Thanks to Brexit.
But not here?
We don't have Brexit.
Well, Brexit.
Well, then I don't care.
Yeah, I'm sure Trump will
I
do
feel bad
something
for
to our
them.
beer prices. Yeah.
Impeach him.
Mhm.
Impeach him.
Yeah, if he raises our beer prices,
Yeah, he's
then,
done.
Then you'll,
Yeah.
then we're gonna get on the march.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to raise the beer prices, but I'm keeping the orange prices the same. Because he's an orange.
Two of the biggest beer prices you've ever seen. They're gonna be huge.
They're going to be huge.
Tremendous beer prices.
Oh my
the
God.
most ever. Wow. You're welcome, everybody.
Yep. Terrible impressions.
Yep, all around.
Yep.
Where was I? Oh yes, Brexit. Georgia. Apparently, Georgia has this stupid law where you can't serve beer at the brewery.
Really?
So what they have to do?
I can't even wrap my mind around that. Holy crap!
Wait. You can't serve beer at the brewery?
Right. So the
What
only
the fuck
way
do you do at the brewery then?
the only way they can get around serving any sort of beer at the brewery is offering tours, and then at the end of the tour, they get to like sample from the tour. But you can't just walk into the brewery and be like, fill her up.
Oh, so you got to do the tour.
You got to do the tour, or you got to go buy it from a liquor store.
Here's Georgia. I've been to Georgia. You cannot buy alcohol on Sunday.
Right.
Yeah.
Same with Utah. I've been to Utah.
Really?
God, yeah.
Oh my God.
I think Philly's or Pennsylvania's the same way too.
Yeah, it's probably a few
Stupid jazz fans.
Yeah. There's a few states that are still stuck in the 1700s.
Yeah, no
I had to
kidding.
stock up on Saturday
Mm-hmm.
because I knew Sunday is, you know.
I do that
hopeless.
when I was in Utah too. I didn't know that was a thing. That was like one of my
I would guess it is.
in Utah. I mean,
Just
it makes
how weird
sense in
they all
Utah,
are.
but I had never heard of that law before when I went there.
Yeah.
And so
same
Saturday
here.
night, my buddy's like, "Hey," because he lived there for a while. He's like, "Hey, we should totally go to the liquor store." I was like, "Well, you got plenty of beer for tonight." He's like, "No, for tomorrow." It's like, I like that you plan ahead, but why? He's like, no, I don't think you get it. Like there's no liquor stores open on Sunday. They're state ran. You can't get anything at the grocery
right.
store.
Wow.
In fact, when I was in Colorado earlier in summer 2016. I went to the grocery store to buy, out here in California, we go to the grocery store and we can find some pretty good beer a lot of the time, depending on where you live. Went to the grocery store, I was like, man, this is shitty beer. Well, apparently they don't serve beer or sell beer in the grocery store that's over a certain percentage. So it's all like your Bud Lights and your bullshit that's under, 4.5% or whatever. You have to go to a liquor store to buy good craft beer.
Wow.
Yeah. These states
Wow.
suck.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. But anyway, so Georgia, you can only get it from a liquor store or if you take the tour. But there's some motions on the books to change that very soon.
Well, that's good. Because I bet you they make that tour count. I bet you it's like a 5-hour, it's a 3-hour tour.
3 hours.
Yeah, it's like Gilligan's Island out there, man.
And then you get lost. And
Yep.
Yeah.
You got to find the skipper.
Yeah.
But then there's Ginger and Marianne.
Oh.
Yeah, well, all right. Yeah.
I'll take a ginger beer. No, I won't.
Which one was the redhead? Ginger?
That was Marianne.
Marianne.
No, wait.
Ginger's
what?
the
Ginger
brunette.
Oh.
Ginger wasn't the redhead?
Ginger
No,
the
right?
redhead?
Marianne was the brunette. Ginger was the
Oh.
redhead. Cause,
Ginger,
right?
Ginger. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Wow. I was going to say I'd take a red beer, but
I think I've been drinking.
yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Hmm.
A little bit.
And finally,
Sorry.
craftbeer.com said there's 3 big mistakes when you're introducing people to craft beer. 3 big mistakes.
That's it.
Here we
One
go.
big mistake is introducing people to it. 'Cause
Right.
You just drink it yourself.
right.
There you go.
Well, if they don't know what craft beer is, they've got problems.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, they can have all the PBR they want.
That's right. Hey, man. Hands off my good shit.
Yeah.
You can have that fucking Budweiser
Yeah.
I bought for you.
Here's my
Yeah.
natty ice for you right there.
Right.
That's right.
So I keep a couple of shitty beers in my fridge.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
you don't know any better,
Dude, I was at my draft. Like,
your
everybody.
fantasy draft.
Yeah, everybody had a bunch of beers and stuff, and it was like, oh, wow, this is a really good beer. I'm like, oh, you found my luponic distortion, huh? But yeah, I was in the
Shit.
back of the refrigerator. I was like, fucking
What are you
shit,
doing
man,
back
that's so
there?
dick.
There's a reason it was in the back. You
Supposed to have the
fuckholes.
Modelo's in the front, dude. What's wrong with you?
That's why I keep all mine
That's
in this
rude.
box.
Yeah.
That is so rude.
Anyways.
Yeah, I should open these boxes, let you guys look.
Yes,
in.
you should.
Mm-hmm. So the
I should
biggest.
take one of those boxes home.
Yeah, that's not. Hundreds of dollars, millions of dollars. Over geeking it is problem number 1. The rise of craft beer is sometimes described as the winification of beer. It's easy to understand with talk of sniffing, swirling, and mouthfeel, and while advancing appreciation of taste is a logical path for an advanced craft beer drinker like ourselves,
Yes, I agree.
our experts advise that it is not a good way to win over a new craft drinker. Seems the main reason for people not trying craft beer is because the way it's introduced to them. If the introduction comes off as pretentious, that could turn someone off.
So that means don't be a douchebag when you're drinking beer.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I read it.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Enjoy it.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Keep it in the back of the fridge. If somebody grabs it, that's how they introduce it, I guess. They steal it from you.
Yeah. You got-
Take it as a loss. Write it off on your taxes.
Yeah, I
Sound-
should be able to.
Yeah.
It does sound like you had some thieves at your house.
That's
Yeah.
what happened, man.
Should've called the police.
It's in the
Oxnard.
back of the fridge for a reason. Don't touch it.
Oxnard, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Oh, man.
got a point.
That dude was from Ventura, though.
Oh, no. Not
wait,
the
wait.
Ventura
That's
guy.
right. Yeah, that's right. People
Yeah.
coming to Ventura and making things happen in Oxnard. And
The Avenue?
Is he a surfer?
oh, you're right. The Avenue.
Oh, from the Avenue.
Good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
That dirtbag.
People
Figures.
that don't live around here, like, the fuck are they talking about?
That's right.
Mhm.
I take the 405 to...
Fifth Avenue in Atlanta? No.
Oh, God. All right, problem number 2. Starting with your favorite IPA. Apparently, you shouldn't blow people's taste buds out of the water.
That's true, especially if it's me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you're going to love this one.
Try this Craig's Nirvana.
Blow this taste bud.
Yeah, 225 IBUs.
Try this benchmark right here. It's my favorite.
Try this Hop Chunks.
Oh,
Is it
man.
hoppy? Not that bad. It's just a funny name.
Oh man.
Oh god,
that's true.
And then number 3 is super cheesy.
Good job.
Forgetting to share the powerful story of craft beer.
What?
Just drink your goddamn beer.
Drink the damn beer,
please.
If you want the story, read it yourself.
Yeah. What story? It's craft.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey, stories are for green eggs and ham. Let's drink some fucking beer.
Yeah. Drink some fucking craft beer and like it.
That's right.
All right. And don't steal Dan's. No Luponic D out of the back of Dan's fridge.
Hey, back of the fridge is mine.
Mm-hmm. I had, I threw a party a few months ago, I don't know, and somebody brought over just a box of random beer that was left over from his party.
Oh.
And he was not a craft beer drinker by any sort. So I'm pulling these out. It's like Bud Light Platinum, cider. I'm like, oh, God.
Somebody did that too at a Super Bowl party, I think. They brought like a variety pack, and I can admire that, but it was a bunch of junk from their fridge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what this is, a leftover pack.
Right.
Ooh.
And then I pulled out a Choco Vesa. I
Ah.
said, well, all is forgiven.
Yes.
You may stay.
You brought that?
He didn't know what it was. I said, oh, you brought Choco Vesa? He goes, what's that? I said, nothing.
Never mind.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not for you.
Yeah, that's
what it is.
Yeah, not for you.
You have enough sense to leave that at home. You deserve to have somebody else drink that.
Yeah, you know who drank it? This
That's
guy.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Somebody
right.
else did drink it.
There you go.
I put that thing to good use.
That's right.
All right, speaking of good use, Dan's got another movie for us.
I do.
Nice.
Have you seen the latest moving picture? Let's talk movies for guys.
All right. So the movie I watched is Wormwood, Road of the Dead.
Okay.
And this is a movie that you can find on Netflix. It came out in 2014. And it's basically a zombie movie. What's fun about this movie, though, is that, number one, the zombies themselves, they're kind of interesting. They breathe this breath that's almost like a fuel, basically. So at some point, the
It's like
guys...
Scott burping?
Yeah.
You can burn that.
What's interesting about it is, they're able to, the gasoline, regular gasoline, I guess, is kind of hard to find at this point. So they use the zombies to kind of fuel like trucks and things like that.
I've been there.
Yeah, it's a trip. But the flip side of that coin is that during the daytime, the zombies are very slow and really like typical zombie moving around, right?
That's me, yeah.
But at night, apparently they're not breathing that fume anymore. They're using it for themselves. So they turn into like the 28 Days Later type zombies where they're running at you like full bore.
that.
Yeah, they're just going crazy. Another thing that's fun about this movie is that it doesn't take place in the States, because I think we're all done with that. It takes place with, and I thought of the shitty locals, while I was watching this movie, but it takes place in that good old outback.
Right.
Yeah, out in the Aussie in Australia.
Throw some zombie shrimps on the Barbie.
There you go. Have some of that pouch and the kangaroo. I don't know. But anyways,
like good pouch.
they know what I'm talking about. But it's a movie that takes place in the good old outback, and it's a pretty cool movie. The guy, the protagonist of the story, he's driving around with his family. He's trying to get him, out of the situation that's happening in Australia, and apparently, what's turning everybody all crazy is the air. Like as long as if they breathe it, you're turning into a zombie. Doesn't matter if you got bit by one. Doesn't matter if you died. You breathe the air, you're turning into a zombie. For some reason, he doesn't turn. He doesn't understand why, and he runs into a whole bunch of people who also aren't turning. And they kind of band together and they create this thing. Trying to take on the zombies together. Another cool kind of factor that happens in this movie is the only regret I have about this is they didn't use this enough in the movie, but somebody. During the course of the movie, the guy's sister, she's able to control zombies somehow. So she's able to kind of have them do her bidding. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean, that was something I had never seen in a zombie movie. I was like, this is pretty cool. But to me, like, I kind of feel they need a sequel or something. I need to see more zombie controlling. Like that was pretty cool.
All right.
That was something I'd never seen.
She's the Sorcerer Mickey of zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorcerer Mickey.
Yeah,
Anyway.
he's like controlling the water and the broom.
Oh yes. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. So yeah, she's doing that. But the clip I kind of brought for the movie, for us at least, was pretty cool. One of the main characters, Frank, he's trying to help everybody. They're locked in a car, and all these zombies are attacking the car. Mm-hmm. He goes out to help the guy. He tries to close the lid. He gets bit in his hand.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's gonna go down. He's gonna die.
He's done.
Yeah, but he's got some last requests. You know, he's not going down without a fight apparently. So here's the clip.
All right.
Frank, there's fight tonight. The medical box. Hey, the fucking medical box at your feet. Oh. You want some bandages? Open it! Oh, beers. You want a beer, Frank? What do you fucking reckon? Take a fucking drink.
You don't gotta tell me twice.
Give me some.
There's some thirsty fellows there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes to the first aid and there's two brews in there.
Nice.
That's how you do it. That's
like
what would
it.
be in my first aid.
Mm-hmm.
I could have sworn one of them burped, "I am Iron Man."
Oh, that'd been awesome.
That would have been pretty good.
Yeah, so I mean, this movie just kind of came out of nowhere. I'd never heard of it outside of really kind of bumping into it on Netflix as a recommendation for watching, another zombie movie or something like that. So I thought it was a cool movie. One plus that I thought that it had on other zombie movies is if you ever watched the Walking Dead. I don't know. I'm kind of getting sick of that show. It's getting a little weird. But this movie, I mean, day one, the protagonist meets up with these guys and he's like, hey, we got to gear up, like seriously. And they got like hockey masks on. They got like football like pads on. Like they're protecting themselves from getting bit. Aren't we like in season 7 of Walking Dead, and they're still walking around in their normal clothes? It's like they're all gonna get bit. Like, why?
Show's garbage.
Yeah, no kidding, right? I mean, they need to like gear up and protect themselves.
Mount up.
Yeah, mount up.
Yeah,
or protect your neck, like Wu-Tang would probably say. So I mean,
I'm more of a Warren G fan.
Yeah,
regulator.
Yeah, here we're on that East Coast West Coast thing again.
Mount up.
But that's one plus I kind of had on the movie is they're all geared up. They're ready for battle. And it's a really fun movie if you like kind of going down that zombie avenue. It's a little different, little refreshing, and I liked it. So
nice.
Yeah.
You recommend it?
I do.
If you're into zombie stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little different from your typical zombie shit. So
yeah, they're drunk zombies.
Yeah,
I like it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep. When Scott dies, we're actually just gonna keep him alive, so he keeps producing the gas. He's gonna power all our cars for generations.
He's producing gas right now.
I am.
Yeah, you're telling me. It's getting a little rough in here. All right, speaking of,
put on your mask.
Yeah. Speaking of him and cars, how about Tales from Uber?
Oh, sure.
Does your cabbie make you queasy? It's Tales from Uber.
Okay, now this should encourage all of you guys to send in your Uber stories because it's another one of my boring stories.
All right.
But it was a young lady I picked up. This is like 4 a.m.
Ooh, I like this already.
Starting off good.
This might be boring. We're going to dress it up, though.
Music for this?
Yeah.
Okay, nothing happened. Kind of like my marriage. So I picked her up, and at first I thought she's, just tired. Didn't, but but the fact that she's naked didn't really bother me. No, but as we took off from the house I picked her up from, she's like, I'm so hungry. Can we go by In-N-Out?
Oh.
And I'm like, well, it's 4 a.m. and In-N-Out is closed. Oh, I'm just so fucking hungry. Just anywhere. I'm going to get some food. So, okay. So there's a Jack in the Box where the Jack in the Box had open 24 hours. So I drive up there and they're closed.
Ah. Well, don't they sell the munchie meal?
They usually do, but it said open 24 hours in the drive-through. I go to the drive-through. There's nobody there.
What the hell?
Yeah,
that's when you need a munchie meal is 4 in the morning.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
and so I'm like, well, it appears that they're closed.
I know it's a buddy cop story.
I know this isn't very good porn music.
And she's like, well, that's okay. I just want to go home. I'm tired. I go, okay, no problem. And I picked her up in Oak Park. she lived in Malibu. So okay,
That's quite a drive.
Yeah, it is. Man, I don't care. I'm getting money.
There you go.
And she's drunk.
She didn't know she is.
So I get a tip.
Yeah,
or
she's getting a
tip.
tip.
Well, that was your opener right there. So I'll give you something to eat.
Want a breakfast burrito?
There you go. Extra chorizo.
More like a taquito.
Oh, that's true.
So I told her it's closed. She goes, I'm just tired. I just want to go home. I go, okay. So I get to one of the canyon roads where we go over to the PCH, and before I get past all the bright light, she's like, I'm really hungry. Can you please stop somewhere? I want to eat. I go, okay. So I went to there's a McDonald's there, which is open, and I said, okay, we're here at McDonald's. What do you want? I don't want nothing. I just want to go home. I'm tired. So I'm like, okay, all right, no problem. So we went to like 3 or 4 different places, and finally I said, you know what? I got a great hot dog for you.
Oh, there you go.
that didn't really happen, but I think about it. So anyway, finally we went to like 3 or 4 different fast foods where she'd change her mind. Actually, one McDonald's I got through the drive-thru. The person said, "Can I take your order?" And I said, "Okay, what do you want?" And she's like, I just want to go home. I'm tired.
Oh, leave it to a chick to be both starving and picky.
No shit.
No kidding.
So I get her to PCH, and I don't know if you guys are aware of this, because I'm not sure if this is really true, but years ago, there's this one house on PCH. It looked like a fort, which rumor was it was Cher's house at one time.
Oh, okay.
I
know which house you're talking about.
Okay, that's where I took her. This is where I live. I go, okay. So I stopped, and she's trying to punch the code in the gate, but she wasn't working.
Yeah.
So I'm like, are you sure that, you live here?
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, yeah, I live here. It's okay, you can leave. I'm like, okay. I felt bad leaving her there.
Right.
It's a young girl.
How old? I'm just kidding.
18?
I think she's still there.
She's still there.
So finally she gets back in the car. She goes, can you take me down the road to there's a gas station and make some cigarettes? Okay, sure. So I take her down the road. And the gas station, the guy, I walk up, he's, not from this country. I don't want to be racist, because of things that are going on right now.
Right.
Hey.
So I'm like, she wants cigarettes. She goes, we're closed. You can't come in here. I go, okay, no problem.
Then why the fuck are you here?
Yeah, I mean, he's standing there looking out the window. So I go back to the car, and they're closed. I just want to go home. I'm tired. I'm like, you fucking bitch. Okay, let's go back. So I take her back, and she's still trying to punch the code in the gate. It's not working. I'm like, okay, so do you want me to wait here for you? Do you want me to call somebody for you? And she's like, no, you know what? Just leave. I'm okay. And she's like lays down right in front of the gate.
Oh my god!
I feel bad. I don't want to leave a young girl here in front of the gate because people like me are driving around that would take advantage of that. And I'm like, are you sure? Short story long, I left her there. She's just like, she kept insisting, just leave me here.
Really?
I live here. I don't remember the code.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I did.
She's going to wake up like, where the fuck am I?
That's what I was
Whose
thinking.
house is this?
She's going to wake up in a couple hours and say, where's that fucking guy?
I paid how much to be dropped off here?
She's going to look on her credit card and say, this asshole left me here.
Drove me to all these fucking fast food places.
Malibu. I live in Marina Del Rey. It's an LA joke. Sorry. Out of towners.
I live up the 405 past the 101.
Marina Del Rey. If you guys have never seen the Californians on Saturday Night Live,
yeah, watch it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Did you ever get? I guess you can't see like what they gave you as far as rating is concerned or anything like that.
No, you can't.
So
that sucks.
Be interesting if she said like 1 star. The guy was a dick and dropped me off in the middle of nowhere.
I think you have the I've never been a passenger, but you have the option of not giving a rating at all.
Yeah, you just don't rate.
Yeah, okay.
Like it pops up and you could just close the app and
I'm
ignore
thinking
it.
she probably never did because I don't think she'll ever. I think she just kind of woke up, or maybe one of the people that lived in the house ran over her or something.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm kind of thinking like maybe she didn't live there, but someone she knew lived there.
That's what I'm kind of thinking, or
an old boyfriend maybe or something.
Maybe, and
he was smart enough to change the code.
Yeah. And when he's leaving that morning, he's like, I didn't remember adding a speed bump there.
Yeah. I can imagine like the gates opening in the morning, like as they open out and they swing out, they just start pushing her off the driveway.
A Playboy like that probably changes it every week or something.
Probably pushed her right in the middle of PCH, and she got ran over by
Bruce Jenner.
That's what I would do. I'd be like, oh yeah, the code is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then change it next week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the code is 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Change it next week. Oh, what a dick!
Yeah, what a stupid bitch. But yeah,
Good times.
So please send your Uber stories in because that's the best I had.
Come on, man.
Not only do you want to make the show better, but you get free shit for it.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. I don't have any good Uber. My best Uber story as of late was I got this Uber the other day, and it was a Mitsubishi, like a Galant or something. Not a cool car, not like a Lancer or something. I forget what it was.
Not a Prius?
Not a Mitsubishi Prius either. It was a Mitsubishi something. But the guy had like tried to kind of like trick it out a little bit.
Oh boy!
So like he had rims on it, and he had
right.
Oh god damn it! I'm gonna sound like such a girl for not remembering this. The tachometer on the window.
Oh really?
Like the aftermarket tack.
Oh man!
On the window dash area, and it wasn't even a stick shift.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna ask if it was Vin Diesel, but if it wasn't stick shift, then it wasn't Vin Diesel.
I live my life one Uber at a time.
Live my life one thump
there
at
it
a
is.
time.
There it is.
Oh, Vin.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't even a stick shift, but he had the tachometer in the window.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he'd watched Vin Diesel quite a few times.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, good Lord.
Granny shifting on the clutch.
It could have been like the people I picked up this morning who were talking about the different smells of gel.
There is that.
Yeah. Gel smells like ass and cabbage.
Oh.
I've never been there, but now I know.
Yeah. Now you know.
I don't want to, so that's why I need LV on my speed dial.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
So I never find that out.
Yeah, keep her on speed dial so you don't have to know what ass and cabbage together smells like.
Yeah.
Good Lord. All right, good time. Let's get out of here.
We're about time.
Yeah, please. Everybody, send us an Uber story.
Please.
Yeah.
Or I'll give you more of these.
Add sex. Get more stuff.
Yeah, maybe it could be fake or something.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Oh.
Or record having sex and send it in.
Oh, there you go.
Say it happened during Uber.
Mention my name, please.
Yeah. This is the back of Scott's Prius. Is your Scott or Steve? Couldn't tell. They're both drunk. Steve Sarkisian.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you guys for listening. Thanks for telling a friend about this show. Please don't stop. Keep telling friends and keep spreading the word. You can check us out at theunfilteredgentleman.com, on Facebook, Unfiltered Gentleman, on the Instagrams, The Unfiltered Gentleman, on Twitter at Unfiltered Gents, and of course our phone number for the show is 805-538-BEER. You know, if the show ever ends, I'm totally converting that to my normal number.
Why not?
That's the coolest number ever.
It is.
It's the bat phone number.
Yeah.
So I want Batman.
805-538-BEER.
Wolf Cop.
It's emergency number. So
Batman. Who's calling?
All right.
Come on, Robin.
Beer Man.
No, Batman. Anyways, so contact us, listen to us, all that good stuff. And on that note, good night, everybody.